meditation and a little bit about inspiration. If it's not one of the three, what is it? I don't want it. And so here we are today in another day out there grinding. And sometimes you're going to hit a time where you're going to have to be patient, where you're going to have to put yourself in a place where you start to realize that focusing takes time. The ability inside of yourself takes time. The ability to overcome challenges takes time. And so here we are again doing that. You know, the different challenges that we face off against, the things that we look to overcome, the things that we look inside of ourselves for. You know, what are those things? What are some of those things that when you're doing them can uplift you? You know, when you have downtime, when you have things that you're working on, when you have challenges that you're going through, you know, are you putting in the time? Are you putting in the effort? And so here we are in this place, here we are in this mentality. And one of the things that we often do is we allow things that are not positive to affect us. We allow things that are not positive to take over that space, to take a place within ourselves. And so how do we start to only allow positive things to be around us? And how do we start getting that kind of mentality to where we believe in ourselves, where we start believing in the ability within who we are? And so a lot of times we're going to find ourselves in a place where we feel quite disabled, okay? But that's where we start to pick ourselves up. It's the place where we start to believe in who we are. We start believing in our ability. We start believing in our own mentality. We see, that's what downtime does. That's what downtime gives you the ability to do. Gives you the ability to communicate to yourself, to communicate to your being. That centering of yourself. You know, having that place where you are, where you're able to focus, where you're able to use your gifts, your talents, your abilities. So a lot of people, they limit themselves because they don't know how, okay? Instead of trying to focus on the how, focus on the process. Focus on the ability to become positive. Focus on the ability to only allow things that are positive to be a part of your life. And so here we are in this place of focus, in this place of grind, in this place of ability. I hear the music within, the breeze without. From within, we are, my friends. What I'm telling you is you cannot change who you are. You can only be who you are. You can decide to be positive. You can decide to utilize positive thinking. You can decide to not allow the things around you that don't bring you in that direction. See, we're always going to have that kind of struggle. We're going to have that kind of place. We're going to have positive and negative forces testing us, asking us if it's possible, if you have what it takes inside of you. And you see, it's with the mentality of focus. Okay, it's with the mentality within yourselves that you will start to lift yourself up. You can't go from where somebody else is, what other people's challenges are. So somebody else, you know, like in my case, somebody else ruined my marriage. Okay, they went in a direction where their mentality disabled that place. You see, am I supposed to allow that to affect me, or am I able to embrace the ability that I'm free from that? Embrace the ability that positivity came, that people that were not meant for me moved out of the way on their own. See, I do. I embrace that part within. I embrace that mentality. I embrace that ability to overcome challenges comes from within. And so how do we start to focus to that place? You see, when you start to focus to that place, when you see those people that are achieving the top of their grind, and I don't mean just to look good, okay? You see that person who's just trying to look good, okay? You see that type of person who's just trying to become a light, just trying to do it. There's no trying and being yourself, okay? When you're on a curb by yourself, or you're in a room, or you're in a car, like I am today, where I am grinding, where I am out there putting in the time, putting in the effort. You know who you are out there is what I'm saying. And that foundation is focus. And what is it that you focus into? What is it that brings you closer to yourselves? Hear what I'm saying? What is it that brings you closer to that person within who you are? Can you even give yourself a little bit of time each day? We should be asking this question. How do I find that kind of time for myself? How do I find that kind of place? That kind of ability? You know, I just went to a lake this weekend. And there at the lake, you feel the wind. You listen to the trees. You feel the ground. You feel the vibration. You feel the wind and the water flow. Do you give yourself a time, a place for you? Have you taken a place of acknowledging yourselves? Have you taken advantage of the ability and the things that you have going on around you? Or are you letting them disable your mind? See, the energy inside is important inside of you, my friends. The person that you are inside, that student in your life, that ability for your process to have a place, that ability inside of who you are to believe in you matters. And when do you take that kind of time? When do you take that kind of place? When do you utilize that kind of grind? Do you hear what I'm kicking? I'm kicking in such a way that I want you to see that you can overcome your pains. You can overcome your fears. You can overcome your emotions. But it only happens when you believe in your ability. Take mold. Take shape. Get yourself in that dark corner. Get yourself in those emotions. Start to fight your battles. Start to fight your wars. Start to believe that you can overcome. That you can become who you are on the inside. That's what I'm talking about. See, when people see me sitting down doing meditation, that reads just a reflection, my friend. What I'm truly doing is working on myself. I'm sitting in a place where the cold, the warmth, the things that are going on around me aren't greater than what's going on inside. And are you doing that inside of you? I'm sorry that not everyone has a practice. I'm sorry that not everyone has a space. But you got to find a way to have a space for yourself. To have a place for yourself. To have a place where you go to grind. And I mean truly get down with your emotions. Truly get down with your fears. Truly get down with your pains. So that you can